That hits. Oh my god!
From ancient cities buried under modern streets,
That is amazing.
to treasures hidden in plain sight, history has a way of keeping its secrets until the right moment. Be it archaeologists or random people making shocking discoveries.
It's big.
Few spots in this cave only.
Stay tuned for the mind-blowing finds that left everyone on the edge.
Dude, I've never seen the swirly ones.
It's big.
Few spots in this cave only.
During the 2020 Barton Voids expedition to Lechugua Cave, the team spent 5 to 7 days exploring some of the most remarkable underground features. One of the first areas surveyed was near the deep point at Sulphur Shores, where the explorers encountered unusual formations that sparked awe. The team marveled at the stunning Spitzkaren, sharp, needle-like structures that are rare and mesmerizing to see in person. They also toured the Persian Gulf, an area filled with exquisite, pearl-like cave formations. The team's investigation didn't stop there. They continued to explore deeper into the cave, discovering celestate crystals near an area called the Easter Bunny. These delicate, translucent crystals added to the sense of wonder and mystery that this vast cave system continues to hold, revealing secrets hidden for millennia. Mysterious blue hole.
That hits. Oh my god!
Have you ever thought of an underworld hidden inside a mysterious cave? While exploring a cave, a group of speleologists discovered a blue hole in the depth that left everyone in shock.
There's also steps cut in to that thing by the formation and just in.
Though nobody's sure how the cave just came into existence. They are usually created when rocks collapse and create room for caves to be formed under the water. With the passage of time, these holes keep getting deeper and bigger, and here we are, some years later, exploring one of these sinkholes and considering it a mystery. Abandoned temple.
And dug this out.
A badger hole rarely leads to anything more than dirt and tunnels, but this time it revealed something unexpected. At the entrance, scattered empty cans and plastic bottles suggested that animals or past wanderers had passed through. But as the explorer moved further, the passage took on a different look. Hidden beneath layers of earth were strange structures, some with ropes still tied to them, as if they once served a purpose long forgotten. Deeper inside, the walls held something even more unusual, ancient paintings telling a silent story in colors that had survived the ages. The further he went, the more it resembled a lost temple buried beneath time itself. This was no ordinary burrow. It was a hidden place that had remained untouched for who knows how long.
Old carvings. That's definitely an old carving.
Glowworms. This time lapse takes you into New Zealand's Glowworm Caves, where the dark tunnels are illuminated by the glowing lights of countless glowworms. Filmed over several days, the footage showcases this magical bioluminescent display, lighting up the cave's intricate pathways. The filming process was not easy, as the team spent days in complete darkness, relying on the cave's ambient sounds and the occasional sight of an eel for company. Despite the challenges, the results are mesmerizing, revealing the beauty of the caves in a way that is simply breathtaking. The soft, natural glow that fills the cave creates an ethereal atmosphere, unlike anything you'd experience above ground. It's a mesmerizing glimpse into the natural world, truly worth the effort and time spent in complete isolation. Flooded stairway in mine. While exploring an old, forgotten mine, a group of adventurers stumbled upon something unexpected, a stairway leading down into the depths. At first glance, it didn't seem unusual, but as they stepped closer, they realized something was off. The stairway was flooded. It was as if a scene from a fantasy movie had come to life. The water was crystal clear, almost unnaturally so, giving it an eerie beauty. Although the flooding made it difficult to explore, the mystery only grew stronger. What could lie beneath the surface? How did the water get there? And why was it so pristine? The questions kept piling up, making it impossible not to wonder. What secrets does this flooded stairway hold? And how long has it been hidden away? Cave of Cars. A man was on a random trip when he came across something completely unexpected. A cave filled with abandoned cars. At first, it seemed unreal, but as he stepped inside, the sight became even more astonishing. Rows of old vehicles covered in dust sat untouched, as if frozen in time. Some appeared to be rare classics, the kind that collectors would pay millions to own. How had they ended up here? Were they hidden on purpose? Or simply left behind and forgotten? The deeper he went, the more questions filled his mind. The mystery of the cave and its forgotten treasures remained unsolved. But one thing was clear. This was a discovery that could change everything for those who understood its true value. Ice Age Remains.
Doing a hand plan of this mammoth tusk.
Archaeologists were taken by surprise when they uncovered a 40,000-year-old mammoth tusk, along with parts of its skeleton deep inside a previously undiscovered cave in Devon. The remarkable discovery also included the jaw of a woolly rhino and wolf bones, shedding light on the creatures that roamed the land in ancient times. The cave near Sherford, long hidden from human eyes, became a time capsule, preserving these relics in near-perfect condition. Experts believe this site could provide valuable insights into the environment and wildlife that thrived during the Ice Age, and the discovery continues to intrigue both scientists and those with a passion for Earth's ancient past.
Yeah, and we've actually got a real one now, found only a few miles up the road.
Strange cave treasure. This explorer uses his metal detector to look through tunnels and search for any hidden treasure. So trusting his tool, he began digging through a rock formation. Guess what? He got really lucky that he got to the entrance of a small, yet breathable opening in the shadows where he noticed something unusual. A small metallic box resting against the stone. The star symbol on its lid immediately caught his attention. He, along with his fellow explorer, lifted it and examined the weight of the treasure they just discovered. When they finally opened it, they found delicate ornaments and a book filled with unreadable writings. The aged pages hinted at something lost to time. Unsure of its significance, they placed the items back exactly where they found them. When the video was shared online, it instantly grabbed attention, with people applauding the duo as they did a really good job. Ancient pearls.
Grain of sand and then formation material, calcite.
Deep inside a massive 500-foot cave, an explorer made an unusual discovery. Ancient pearls resting beneath layers of dust and rock. The descent was challenging, with steep drops and winding tunnels, making the journey unpredictable. But at the bottom, something smooth and rounded caught his attention.
Yes.
Brushing away the dirt, he found pearls unlike any he had ever seen. They had a strange, natural glow, as if time itself had preserved them perfectly. Some were embedded in the walls, while others rested in small crevices, untouched for centuries.
Wow.
It was unclear whether they had formed naturally in underground water pockets, or if they had been placed there by an ancient civilization. Either way, this find turned an ordinary exploration into a discovery that left him speechless.
Look at the glowstone.
1,200-year-old sword. While exploring a remote cave, a man stumbled upon something unexpected, a sword embedded in the rocky ground. Its design was unlike anything he had seen before, and its blade, though aged, remained intact. He carefully removed it from the dirt and examined its intricate engravings. Experts later determined that the weapon was over 1,200 years old, possibly belonging to a Viking warrior. Strangely, there were no signs of settlements or other objects nearby, leaving many to wonder how it ended up in such an isolated place. Some believe it was left behind after a long forgotten battle, while others suspect it held a special purpose. This ancient blade remains a mystery, raising more questions than answers about its journey through time. Old chest treasure. While exploring a cave, a group of men noticed something unusual, a small section of sand that seemed disturbed. Curious, they started digging and soon uncovered the corner of a metal chest. With great effort, they pulled it free from the earth and wiped away the dust. The chest looked ancient. Its metal hinges rusted with time. Slowly, they lifted the lid, and their eyes widened in shock. Inside, neatly arranged, were gold ornaments of various shapes and sizes, glimmering under their flashlight beams. Who had hidden such wealth here, and why had it remained untouched for so long? The discovery left them wondering, was this a forgotten treasure, or did it still have a story left to tell? Ancient civilizations.
Yeah. Dude, that is crazy.
Exploring a remote area, a man came across a cave that seemed untouched for ages. The entrance was sealed with rock and debris, almost as if it had been hidden on purpose, but curiosity led him to find a way inside. As he stepped in, the air felt different, stale, yet filled with the weight of history. Deep inside, he realized this wasn't just an ordinary cave.
Dude, I've never seen the swirly ones.
It had once been a shelter, a home. Whatever happened to those who lived here remained a mystery, but their presence had been frozen in time, waiting to be discovered.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a rock, right?
I mean, it looks like it's
Ancient jewels. While exploring an abandoned area, this man noticed something shining beneath the sand. At first, he thought it was just another piece of debris, but as he dug deeper, he uncovered a container that looked ancient, almost like Aladdin's lamp. Its golden surface was covered in dirt, but the intricate carvings hinted at something valuable. Curious, he carefully opened the container and saw it was filled with sand. Disappointed at first, he sifted through it, only to feel something solid beneath. As he pulled it out, it was a detailed gold bracelet covered in delicate engravings. Digging further, he found more ornaments hidden within. What seemed like a simple object had turned into an unexpected treasure, leaving him wondering about its true origins. Strange cave carvings. During an exploration in a remote cave, a group of adventurers stumbled upon 1,000-year-old carvings etched into the walls. These ancient markings seemed to tell stories from a time long past, offering a glimpse into the lives of civilizations that once thrived in the area. The intricate designs appeared to reflect important events, perhaps even religious or cultural practices of those who created them. The carvings have left experts intrigued, as they hold secrets about the distant past, making this discovery a rare and fascinating link to ancient history. It's hard not to wonder what stories these markings could reveal as research into their meanings continues. Alien paintings. A group of explorers ventured into an old cave, searching for traces of the past. As they moved deeper, they noticed strange, alien-like paintings covering the walls. The symbols and figures were unlike anything they had ever seen. Some looked like humanoid shapes with elongated heads. The artwork seemed ancient, yet its meaning remained unknown. Were these messages from a lost civilization or depictions of something beyond human understanding? The eerie silence of the cave only added to the mystery. The explorers couldn't help but wonder if these paintings hinted at encounters with something not of this world. Whatever the truth was, the cave held secrets that had been buried in time, leaving behind unanswered questions no one could solve. Neanderthal Remains. In Italy's Guattari Cave, archaeologists began their excavation with no idea that they were about to uncover a treasure trove of secrets about ancient life. The cave had already made headlines in 1939 when a Neanderthal skull was discovered, but as the team dug deeper, they unearthed more than just bones. Among the remains, they found fossils and tools that offered a glimpse into the environment where early humans once thrived. These discoveries didn't just add to our understanding of the Neanderthals, they also revealed clues about the climate, vegetation, and wildlife that shaped life in ancient Italy. The finds have been groundbreaking, offering researchers a window into a time long past, helping them piece together how early humans adapted to the world around them. Cave of Hands. In the southern region of Argentina, there lies the remarkable Cave of Hands, or Cueva de las Manos, in the province of Santa Cruz. The name is quite fitting, as the walls of this cave are covered with hundreds of handprints, all left behind by the ancient inhabitants who lived long before us. It's fascinating to think that, much like children today, these early people found joy in tracing their hands on the walls. These handprints have since immortalized their presence, leaving us a glimpse into their lives. The cave's walls, filled with these timeless images, offer a connection to a distant past, reminding us of how humans have always sought ways to leave their mark on the world. Buried treasure. While exploring a cave one afternoon, a man wasn't expecting much beyond the usual rocks and dirt. He bent down to investigate and brushed off the dust to reveal a small gold statue shaped like an animal. The craftsmanship was incredible, as if it had been placed there deliberately centuries ago. Eager to see what else the cave might hold, he continued his search and discovered another surprise. A beautiful old hair ornament, its intricate design still intact. What started as an ordinary cave exploration had turned into an unforgettable adventure, reminding him that sometimes the most unexpected places hold hidden treasures waiting to be found. Ancient statue.
It's strange. It's a human body with an animal head.
This man, believing the rumors that once spread about the area, decided to explore it this time. He picked a spot that had never been disturbed and began digging. At first, it seemed like any other patch of earth, but then he found something unusual. A dark, heavy statue covered in dirt. Wanting a better look, he carefully washed away the layers of soil. To his amazement, the dull surface revealed pure gold beneath. Though small, this discovery made him wonder if this had been hidden for centuries. What other forgotten treasures might still be buried in this land? Creepy creature. Deep in an old sewer system, something unusual appeared. At first, only a head peeked out from the shadows, staying still as if observing. Then, slowly, the figure moved forward, revealing its full form under the faint tunnel light. Its eyes had a strange glow, reflecting off the damp walls. The person capturing it stood firm, watching as the creature emerged completely. Its movements were slow but steady, not showing any immediate threat, yet its presence felt out of place in the underground passage. The tunnel remained silent, except for the distant sound of dripping water. With each passing moment, the sight became clearer, a cryptid standing in the depths of the sewer, unnoticed for who knows how long. It was just another mystery lurking beneath the surface. Spiders in cave. While exploring an abandoned mine, this man came across something that made his skin crawl. At first, he thought it was just a mass of tangled hair, an odd sight. But as he looked closer, his stomach turned. It wasn't hair at all. It was a swarm of spiders, all clumped together, moving in a slow, creeping mass. The eerie sight made the air feel heavier as the spiders shifted, their tiny legs creating a rustling sound that echoed through the empty mine. What seemed like an odd sight turned out to be something far more unsettling, leaving him with an unforgettable image of the mine's dark, hidden inhabitants. Scary cave dweller. While exploring an ancient dark cave, a couple heard strange noises echoing from deeper within. Most would have turned around, but their curiosity pushed them forward. The sounds grew louder as they ventured deeper, an unsettling rhythm that seemed to pull them closer. Suddenly, in the dim light, they saw it, a creature lurking in the shadows. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural light, piercing through the darkness. The air grew heavy, and the reality of what they had stumbled upon set in. They froze, realizing they were face to face with something meant to remain hidden, its presence chilling in the silence of the cave. Their hearts raced as they slowly backed away, but the image of those glowing eyes would stay with them forever. Gemstones. Walking slowly through the quiet cave, this man was hoping to find something interesting. He moved carefully, his eyes scanning the walls and corners, not expecting too much, but staying curious. Then, in a shadowed corner, he noticed a faint glint of green. As he got closer, he saw it was a cluster of small, green crystals. Nestled gently against the rough stone, they had a soft shine, different from the usual rocks. He carefully checked each one, making sure they were solid, then took a few of the crystals, placing them carefully in his bag. It wasn't exactly what he had come for, but he knew he'd found something a little out of the ordinary, an interesting discovery to look into later. Strange stones. These hikers were enjoying a normal exploration trip when they stepped into a cave and noticed something unusual. Scattered across the ground were round stones, their smooth surfaces standing out from the rough cave floor. At first, they seemed like ordinary rock formations, but something about them felt off. One of the hikers hesitated, recalling old rumors whispered about this place. Stories of strange eggs hidden deep in the caves, believed to belong to creatures long forgotten. The thought sent a chill through the group. Were these just rare geological formations, or was there more to the legend than anyone realized? The air felt heavier as they stood there, staring at the mysterious stones, unsure whether they had just found something ancient or something waiting to hatch. Carved treasure. Coins always carry traces of the past, revealing forgotten stories of ancient civilizations. While exploring a cave, a man noticed something unusual, half buried in the dirt. Brushing off the dust, he uncovered several round, carved pieces. The markings on them were delicate, almost worn away by time. But one detail stood out, the script. It looked like Arabic, carefully etched into the metal, hinting at a time long past. The weight, the shape, and the engravings left little doubt. These were coins. Their placement in the cave suggested they had been there for centuries, possibly left behind by traders or travelers passing through. The discovery added another piece to the region's history, connecting the present to a world that once thrived in these lands. Ancient sharks. In 2019, a group of scientists and paleontologists stumbled upon an extraordinary find deep within Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. As they dug, something large and unusual emerged from the cave's walls, a massive skull, unlike anything they had expected. After careful examination, they identified it as belonging to a Cyvodus striatus, an ancient shark species that roamed the oceans around 330 million years ago. What made this discovery so remarkable was the preservation of not just teeth, but parts of the shark's jaw and chin. Sharks, known for having cartilage instead of bones, rarely leave behind fossils. This find shed new light on the ancient creature, offering insights into the shark's anatomy and history. Researchers have since returned, uncovering over 100 additional specimens, further unraveling the mysteries of one of the Earth's oldest predators. Mysterious Gate. During a routine drone survey over a remote cliff in Gijo, something astonishing appeared on the footage. A mysterious structure perched within a cave, 100 meters above the ground. The structure, hidden from sight for centuries, seemed out of place in the rugged landscape. The cave, with its hidden structure and the cryptic objects, seemed to hold secrets about long-forgotten rituals. No one knows who were the people who built this place, and why did they choose such an isolated spot. The discovery has left many wondering, Levi's Treasure. While exploring an old, abandoned mine, a group of friends stumbled upon something unexpected. Scattered across the ground were strange pieces of old cloth, covered in dust and barely holding together. Alongside them, they noticed containers filled with unknown substances, likely dangerous chemicals left behind from past operations. The air had a strange smell, making them cautious as they moved deeper. One of them jokingly called it Levi's Treasure, laughing at the thought of uncovering ancient clothing hidden for centuries. But as they looked closer, they couldn't help but wonder, could these actually be remnants of an old civilization, or were they simply forgotten work clothes from miners long ago? Carlsbad Caverns. Deep within the hidden passages of a remote cave, an incredible discovery was made. 700 feet below the cave's entrance, explorers came across a pool untouched by humans for hundreds of thousands of years. Surrounded by white frosted rock, the water appeared strange, resembling thick lime yogurt, but it was revealed to be crystal clear, despite its odd appearance. The pool had never seen light before its discovery, making it an extraordinary find. Isolated from the outside world for centuries, this untouched natural wonder had remained hidden from human eyes. Found in a cavern measuring 328 feet in length, the pool revealed just how much of Earth's history remained sealed off in the depths, offering a glimpse into a world that time had left behind. Miner's discovery. This man set out with his metal detector, hoping to find something interesting. As he swept it over the ground, the device suddenly beeped loudly in one spot. Excited, he started digging. At first, he uncovered a strange vase-like object covered in dirt. As he dug further, he found more objects, ancient cutlery, rusted yet well-crafted. There were many tools, each carrying a sense of history. The discovery made him wonder who once used these items and why they were buried here. Was this part of an ancient settlement, or had someone hidden them long ago? One thing was certain, this unexpected find had just turned an ordinary day into something extraordinary. Secret bunkers. During World War II, high in the Swiss Alps, a secret bunker was built as part of Switzerland's plan to defend itself. In case Germany invaded, the Swiss created tunnels and defense systems that blended perfectly with the mountains. These hidden bunkers and tunnels were designed to look like part of the natural landscape, making them hard for the enemy to spot. The goal was to protect the country without being noticed. Even today, these secret bunkers still exist, showing how smart Switzerland was in preparing during such a dangerous time. Elto worship. Potosi Mountain in Bolivia, once the world's richest silver reserve during the Spanish Empire, holds a strange and fascinating secret today. Deep within its mines, workers still honor a unique cult centered around an enigmatic figure known as Elto, the Lord of the Underworld. Elto, a mysterious and eerie figure, is seen as both a protector and a symbol of the dangers miners face daily. With connections to both wealth and the dark side of folklore, he embodies the fine line between fortune and peril in the mines. His presence is central to miners' ceremonies, as they believe he helps them make a living, even as he reminds them of the ever-present risks lurking beneath the Earth's surface. Dragon Remains. Exploring an abandoned cave, an adventurer stumbled upon something that seemed too strange to be real. Large egg-like shapes scattered across the ground. Intrigued, he ventured deeper into the cave, wondering what could have caused this unusual sight. As he made his way further, the atmosphere grew heavier, and a chill ran down his spine. And then he saw it. A creature, like something straight out of a legend, stood before him. With glowing eyes, horns, and scales that shimmered in the dim light. It resembled a dragon. It wasn't just a myth anymore. The dragon charged at him with terrifying speed. Without thinking, he ran for his life, heart racing, barely escaping the cave in time. What he had uncovered was beyond his wildest imagination. Ancient giants. Deep within the Lovelock Cave of Nevada, researchers uncovered something that left them speechless: abnormally large human skeletons. These towering remains were far bigger than those of an average person, adding weight to ancient legends of giants that once roamed the land. Alongside the bones, they discovered various artifacts, hinting at a civilization lost in time. The skulls were massive, their features unlike anything commonly seen. It was clear that these beings had been buried deep within the cave for an unimaginable length of time. The eerie silence of the cave only made the discovery more unsettling. Were these giants real, or was there another explanation? The evidence suggested a forgotten history, one that still lingers in the shadows of the cave, waiting to be fully understood. Old civilization treasure. A group of friends set out on a jungle trip with their metal detector, not expecting much beyond a few old coins. But as they moved through the thick vegetation, the device suddenly beeped loudly over a muddy patch. Excited, they started digging. At first, it was just dirt and roots, but soon they struck something solid. Clearing the soil, they uncovered an old, rusted container buried deep beneath the surface. Carefully prying it open, their eyes widened in shock. Inside, they found gold jewelry, design necklaces, rings, and bracelets, all shining despite being underground for who knows how long. The craftsmanship suggested they belonged to an ancient era. Their casual trip had turned into an unforgettable discovery, leaving them to wonder about the treasure's history. And now, let's move on to our subscribers pick.
Dude, yeah, that's the pit right in front of me.
A random hike through the jungle turned into a surprising discovery when these men stumbled upon a massive pit, stretching 280 feet straight down. Thick vegetation had hidden it for who knows how long, making it nearly impossible to spot. But curiosity led them closer, and soon they decided to explore the unknown depths. As they carefully descended, the air grew cooler, and the sounds of the jungle faded. At the bottom, they found water flowing through parts of the cave, forming still pools that reflected the walls like glass. But what stood out the most were deep structures within the rock. Some seemed natural, but others looked strangely precise, as if shaped by ancient hands. Whatever their purpose, this hidden world had remained untouched until now. And with that, see you next time.
Here's the big one. Oh, this is